Welcome, grade ones, to our next language lesson. Today we're going to look at two animals, one small and one large, to help us with our sounds. The little quail is a small bird that lives in the grass, eats grass seeds and insects, and the bigger animal is a yak. It lives in cold mountainous areas and also likes to eat grass. So we had a look first of all at the quails, and here's another picture of a quail. And that reminds us of the sound we're going to be looking at. Kwa. Kwa for quarrelsome queen in Letterland. Look at that, even her earring is a kwa shape. Some other words that start with kwa are quilt, like a special blanket you have on your bed, but it's warm and cozy and made from lots of shapes of different fabric. This man has got a bow and lots of arrows, and the arrows are in a quiver. That long cylindrical tube is called a quiver. These people are on a quiz show. Looks like they're earning points. Who's the winner so far? Number 2, contestant number 2, isn't it? We also looked at another animal, the yak. This is a large yak, isn't it? And you can see the snowy mountain tops behind the yak. And in Letterland, the sound that we are thinking of is ya for Yo-Yo Man. There's Yo-Yo Man with his sack of yellow yo-yos. Some other words that start with the ya sound are yacht. This yacht is sailing on the ocean. Yellow, the color yellow. Look at those beautiful yellow roses. And that little baby's mouth is open because it is having a big yawn. Now I've got some sentences for you, 4 sentences. But first I want you to look at the words at the bottom in yellow. The first word says quiver. Remember the thing that you put your arrows in. The next word says yellow. After that it says yawn. And then it says quilt. Now let's look at the sentences. First sentence says the baby will, and you're going to have to choose one of those words. Will you say the baby will quiver, the baby will yellow, the baby will yawn, or the baby will quilt? We're thinking about the pictures that we looked at. The next sentence says, put the arrows in the, will you say, put the arrows in the quiver, put the arrows in the yellow, put the arrows in the yawn, put the arrows in the quilt? Which one matches with one of the pictures that we looked at? Your third sentence says, the roses are. The roses are quiver, the roses are yellow, the roses are yawn, the roses are quilt. You're going to have to think about which word needs to go in there. The last sentence says, the something is on the bed. The quiver is on the bed, the yellow is on the bed, the yawn is on the bed. The quilt is on the bed. Let's take a look and see if you were right. The baby will yawn. We saw the picture of the baby yawning. Put the arrows in the quiver. The roses are yellow. The quilt is on the bed. Let's do some more work where we are choosing the correct answer. Over here, I've got a picture of Quarrelsome Queen. The sentence says, my name is. And you've got three choices. Next to the a, your first choice is Yo-Yo Man. Next to the ba, your next choice says Quarrelsome Queen. And next to the curly ka, your choice is Annie Apple. So who is that the picture of? Well, of course, it's a picture of Quarrelsome Queen. So if we were in the classroom, you would have to copy the word quarrelsome and the next word queen onto the little line at the top. Obviously, it would need to be a longer line because that's a pretty long name. Let's try another one. The yacht sails on the, and there's a line where you will write the answer. And we've got three choices. The yacht sails on the a, sand, ba, sky, curly ka, sea. The yacht sails on the sand, sky, or sea. Well, I think we know the correct answer is sea. Next to the curly ka, you copy the word that says sea onto the line. Let's try one more. There's the picture of the man walking with his hunting gear. He's got his quiver on his back full of arrows. The quiver is full of, oops, I gave you the answer, didn't I? And your choices are a, arrows, ba, ants, ka, spears. The quiver is full of, the correct answer is a, arrows. You would copy the word arrows onto the line. Let's take a look at one of the parts of the work you're going to try at home. Over here, there is a little story about an owl. It says, I see an owl. It is on the fence. The owl has big eyes. The owl is looking at me, and you can see that cute little owl. Next door to that, there are three questions. Three places where you're going to make an a, ba, ka choice. Number one says, I see, and your choices are a, an apple, ba, a dog, ka, an owl, and you will copy the correct answer onto the little line. Number two, the owl is on a, the fence, ba, the car, ka, the tree. You choose the correct answer and write it on the line. Number three says, the owl has a, big ears, ba, little wings, ka, big eyes. You choose the correct answer and write it on the line. All the answers are where we read the little bits of information about the owl. So you need to read it a few times so you can get it in your head. There's going to be another one too called the ladybug, which you and your parents can read together and you can complete. All right, grade ones, I'd like to just show you what activity we're going to be completing today. Let's take a look and see it's some sentence writing. All right, children, so we're going to use our phonic ladders. And what you're going to do is you're going to choose one word. So I'm going to choose the word can. Can, and I'm going to write a sentence with it onto my paper. And we'll do that with each one of our phonics ladders, all right? So watch and learn. See, I'm underlining the word that I've chosen. And now I'm going to write one with my I vowel. I've chosen dig. There we go, children. So you're going to write 5 different sentences. You can ask your family to help you spell the words that you might not know how to write. and keep them on a nice piece of paper, and possibly you can bring it back to school when we see one another again. Have a good week.